Welcome to Aquarius season. So I'll try to reach a little bit more deeply into people who have Aquarius anywhere in their chart that's an important placement, and who's to say what that is. That's why I usually do general readings, but let's give it a go. Also, anybody who's cross-watching for an Aquarius. You know, it's a pretty wide net I'm throwing here. So take it, if there's a message that you can identify, let's count that as a win. I feel like I'm panning for gold. That came up this morning as an image. You know, you go through a lot of grit before you get the nugget. All shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. For there is a force of love moving through the universe that holds us fast and will never let go. Julian of Norwich, a mystic, a nun, from centuries ago. I think it was like the 14th century. Lived in isolation. So, some of us dread being alone. I happen to be okay with it. I've gotten some chops for it. But I know it scares a lot of people. But there's something that happens when you're, everything else gets quiet because you're by yourself. I have a cat, I have music, I stream, Netflix, and I have a couple of friends, but there's a way in which it gets quiet for me. And that's when I really, I've been doing tarot for 50 years, but that's when it really kicked into a different gear, was during COVID. So go figure, the times that are most spare can be the most full as well. Aquarius, what's up with you? What's up with you guys? Those who love you, those who tried to love you, those who you love, those who you tried to love, your family, your friends, you're the whole network. A wide net. Nine of Pentacles. It's a card of independence. She's holding the dove in her hands. She has her familiar, this panther. She's very integrated with nature, with her nature, with her physical surroundings. Is her there? And has spent some time investing in herself and in perhaps a physical place. This person knows themselves and shows their true face, but it tends to be slightly isolated. It's a bit of the hermit energy, because it's not that this person doesn't interact with other people, because they do, and it's probably you. But they're not in a codependent relationship. Five of Swords. This one has their back turned to the Five of Swords. Air energy, like Aquarian energy. But this is a really low vibe expression of it. It's brother against brother, It's sort of like, this one's good on their own. Whatever is going on with these guys, these sisters, these brothers, they're up in arms. In traditional Rider-Waite, it shows people on the battlefield. And, this is injurious. Joy, it's piercing the heart. It's like not fighting fair. I heard somebody describe it this morning, or describe they used the zero-sum game as a kind of tag on something, and this is a bit the zero-sum game. You know, empty victory. The only reason somebody can win is because somebody else loses. So it's very black and white. And really, nobody wins. Neil Young, no one wins. It's a war of man. But somehow, this Nine of Pentacles person maintains their own life. I mean, that's their focus. You know, who am I? Where am I? What do I care about? That's real. Trying to get in the window. 10 of Cups. Well, very different cards. This is the inclusive love. This is love is all around. You know, connection is everywhere. This is a card of disconnect. Something two-sided. Something that requires at least the idea of a winner and a loser. That a zero-sum game gets anybody anywhere. Win on this hand, loss on this hand. You know, this is a win-win situation. We're all connected here. We're not disassociated from one another. But maybe we are, in some way, in opposition to something. Tell us about Nine of Pentacles, Five of Swords, please. Wow, that's a lot. Is it this whole thing? Is it this one? Bottom of the deck, Four of Swords. I like that because here's the fight and the aftermath of the fight. And here's the healing of that. It's somebody going inside, not talking, not fighting. It is a card of withdrawal in a sense, but it does this. It reminds us of who we are. You know, outside the battle, the binary, boy, I get what the cards are saying, but, you know, part of me is just saying, well, right, that's just idealized. What do you do when there really is a clash? When somebody's threatening your autonomy? And it really gets the nervous system going into this kind of fight, flight, freeze response. And there's something absolutely heart-rending about it. It's like being ripped apart. Under Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. I think it's the illusion of separateness. Because Seven of Cups can be like a fantasy or an illusion, or also options. So there's an option to be independent and good on your own. But there's like also an illusion of separateness. In 3D, it sure looks that way. But Seven of Cups, 10 of Cups. I mean, it calls into question, is this all an illusion? This great circle of connection. I'm like, I refuse to believe that there isn't that circle of connection. Here comes Rue. Under Five of Swords, Two of Pentacles. It's a choice. This is also kind of two-sided, though, isn't it? You know, there's like nobody wins, but there is a kind of this or that aspect to this Two of Pentacles. Like there's what you can see on the surface, but there are the roots of the thing that I don't usually read it that way, but pentacles speak to time and growth, and I think this is talking about something that grew from a seed. My sister said to me this morning, and I loved it, and I hope I wrote it down, yeah, that there are certain seeds that need fire to germinate. You know, what looks like the destructive thing, even, you know, they'll do burns agriculturally because the weeds go down and the soil gets enriched by the burn itself. So I'm not sure how this is fitting together, but I think it's interesting. There's a choice here. And I think there's a suggestion, too, in the way that this is options. What connection am I, you know, kind of heading toward? And this is options also. You know, the Two of Pentacles, this or that, weighing things up. But there's a suggestion here to go for the root of the matter, you know, which lands in our laps. What's real to the Nine of Pentacles person? I think Nine of Pentacles person, well, optimism, a vision of the future. That kind of makes me cry because, you know, it seems like we're right here, right now. This is the middle of the reading, middle of the top line. Does this clarify choice? Yes. Seven of Pentacles. What do we invest in? You know, with this idea of the root, something growing from a seed, perhaps after the fire. You know, it seems counterintuitive that it would boost the crop, but it does. The fire. Three of Wands, fire sign, fire energy. You know, I mean, you can see the crop right here. These, what are they? Wheat, you know, thingies. It's like sheaves of wheat. The grain of the harvest. Seven of Pentacles is work to grow something. Two sevens here next to each other. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. You know, perhaps realizing some important option. Something you can really connect to and love. That's substantial, that, you know, is in some way daily bread. It's the choice to grow. It's the choice to enter a future with a certain degree of optimism and understanding that, in a way, it's our responsibility to hold the vision. You know, because this is sword energy. It should be about, or it should be, in its more positive aspect, it's about clarity and truth. Here it's a zero-sum game. Somebody believes that that's even an option. What's going on? What is it, this one? Okay, a Princess of Pentacles on Seven of Cups. This can be a lesson. You know, it can be the offer. Something you know, that comes perhaps from this Nine of Pentacles person. It's sincere, it's grounded. And there, I've never noticed that before, but there's that light in the belly. It's Empress energy. Gaia, creativity, being in nature, being, you know, replenished by the natural world. And that sort of Earth Mother thing that, you know, was a cliche kind of at one point, is I think, going to be our salvation. On Three of Wands, Ten of Swords. Wow. This card is hard. It is. It's a painful ending. But something's over. Something's concluded in sword energy. The battle, the strife, the binary, you against me, me against you. No one wins. And it's like it reached the culmination of that kind of craziness. You know, in the sacrifice of the sacred. And I think that that's holding a vision. Once this is over and done, and at great cost, great sacrifice, it's our responsibility to, and responsibility isn't the right word, because it's, you know, for people I'm talking to here, the Aquarians I'm talking to here, you're entering a whole new phase of life that's, and I heard take it to the bank. I mean, I don't think this is about money, but it's like that kind of assurance. What was it she said? There is a force of love moving through the universe that holds us fast and will never let go. Tell us about the Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. It looks like you're rushing in to say something to this Nine of Pentacles person. And it almost looks like the all clear, you know, because I think Knight of Swords often likes to clear the air. But here I'm seeing it as a, like the somebody coming in to show all clear, you know, whatever was happening before, like there's a truce of some kind. You know, as somebody's, the place where they live had been under some kind of challenge. And I think this Nine of Pentacles person wasn't even participating in like a turf war or something. Something that got ugly. But somebody's coming in to say, it's all clear. On Ten of Cups, Ace of Swords, all clear. There's the truth. There's the opportunity for truth. That's the way to become aligned with this kind of energy. It's not here yet, you know. It's in the future. But we start heading that direction. We start aligning with that right now. It's like the compass needle. It'll show us, it's a bit of a beacon energy. You know, the beacon, it'll show us where to go, you know, what our future could be. But there's a painful ending first. And there's the new beginning. Really positive air energy. After this, I think Aquarius might be in a, or just having concluded some kind of no-win fight with somebody. But that's over, Ten of Swords. And if this person came in to clear the air, or to say, to sound the all clear, like in a war, in this kind of battle, it's over, all clear. Lots of cleanup to do. But there's this opportunity for starting again after Ten of Swords. It's somehow the new beginning comes at a great sacrifice. On Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, that's the lie. That, you know, sort of like the illusion of Seven of Cups, but worser, as a friend of mine says. This not only divides one group from another, and it must change. It can't be sustained. Five of Swords. You know, but as it's on its way to conclusion, Ten of Swords, it passes through this, you know, where there should be clarity, sword energy, and communication, that we're operating in the dark in some way. Let's just get one on the Seven of Swords, because it has a tinge to me of a mythical knowledge. You know, it's not everyday vision, because this is the white stag. It's elusive, it's mythological, and this can be a part of escapism. It's almost like trying to remember a dream that, you know, where you can see it, but then it starts to slip away. On the Seven of Swords, Queen of Swords. You know, she could clean up the act. That's what I'm hearing. She's going to clean somebody's clock. She's going to... It's a mistake to try to bullshit, Queen of Swords. She knows how to set a boundary against, you know, this kind of... So there's something about Queen of Swords that can tell illusion from, you know, something true visually. And it's a little bit of a twist in it because of this white stag, which is, we're always in pursuit of some kind of mystery power animal. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. We have a lot of sword energy and a lot of earth energy in this reading. Apart from the Ten of Cups and the Seven of Cups, that's what it is. So this is resonant, definitely for air signs, Aquarius specifically. No one pulls the wool over your eyes. You know, you can see through. Illusion, delusion, Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords. You can see what's true and what's real. it's that panning for gold thing again. This is like the nugget. You have to go through a lot of grit to get to the nugget of gold. And you know, I think to me, these are the nugget. That's like the tool to identify the best we can, you know, this is sort of like the most our hearts can hold. We need to hold to that vision. There's a force of love moving through the universe that holds us fast, and will not let go. So it's really a weather the storm energy. You may be close to an earth sign. Someone you see as abundant and intentional, giving, and, you know, they're a giver. Being in their presence is somehow taught you what? Prince of Swords. Well, this is a card of curiosity and the student and getting more information. But it's beginner's mind. How to see it in a way that is new and fresh, clears the air. Somebody is asking the right questions. They're trying to close out a cycle, and they're asking the right questions. They're kind of putting their reality to a test. Is anything ever a zero-sum game? Well, it's a no-win situation that's been created here by some kind of adherence to, I mean, we got this, I think, yesterday, some sort of belief system. And it's got to change. And somebody's coming in to clear the air. And it may be you. Okay, I just want to see if these two are aspects of the same person, both grounded and inquisitive, you know, both no bullshit and very much a caretaking entity. And this would imply like the whole person. Who necessarily contains almost like prismatic. They're whole because some prismatic. What does that mean? Prismatic. Is it two aspects of the same person? Is it to do with being prismatic? King of Wands. It's like, don't fence me in, kind of energy. Don't fence me in. Yeah. It's a card of healing and kind of non-engagement, which is interesting because this one is all about engaging. Doing things, you know, getting across their point of view, or taking control of a situation, or being out there in some way. And this is not that. But it might be Queen of Swords is undergoing some kind of healing. And it has to do with the presence of some fire sign with whom she can maybe envision a future. I mean, the gender thing, it should be switched around, and virtually every aspect of the thing can be switched around, right? There's more than one option here. I think, though, somebody may have put somebody else in the position of being like an option, or, you know, show me, like, contender. Five of Swords is sort of like a prove yourself contender energy. Having to fight for something that, having to fight for your Ten of Cups, I am completely confused. Judgment. That's a card of rebirth, coming back to life. Really a completely new world. And that eagle in the sky, very Aquarian energy. And the bear on the ground, very grounded earth energy. There's something about the two halves needing each other to balance out. It's a card of balance. I don't think this is a satisfactory reading, Aquarius, but I think it's interesting that the one major arcana is new life. And it's sort of on the other side of the rainbow bridge, you know that. I've never liked that saying, but that's sort of here. It's almost like it can be considered a card of Scorpio. I'm going to enter this quiet realm in order to get the vision of the next life. You know, and I'll hold that vision through any painful ending that will, you know, because it'll breathe new life into the whole situation somehow. You know, we don't know it yet, all this confused sword energy, you know, who's on what side and what's happening and what's illusion and what's real, and, you know, and what are we going to commit to out of the possibilities? And King of Wands is a decisive energy. And it's about life force coming back online, accepting responsibility as the person who can envision the future, as Aquarius does. It's not the sum end game. It's not the whatever that thing. It's a vision of a future that's inclusive and loving, and that's the truth we need to align with. And I think you're here to tell the truth. And it won't be easy because there's a lot of this going on. Zero-sum game, that's the... And this is really a whole new way of being in the world based on beginner's mind. It really does need to be kind of clean slated, you know, so that somebody can say, all clear. You can come out now. On the board we have Judgment, which I'm going to read as Aquarius, as well. Okay, I guess I read it as Aquarius. I was going to say Scorpio. I bow to the, the slips of the tongue. Is that the only major arcana? It is. So it's the overriding energy from which all these daily circumstances spring. It's all about this. It's all about getting to the point of connecting with the cosmic next phase of being true to yourself, of sustaining your life. Ends of cycles, beginnings of new cycles. And I mean, this is this is a really lovely, kind of keep your eyes on the prize. Don't, you can concede a lot of things in this Five of Swords battle, but this is the one that is non-negotiable. It's not negotiable. Hold the vision. Sorry. Throat chakra is gone. Of loving connection. And all shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. Well, for there is a force of love moving through the universe. Now I need to go cough a bit and pat my cat, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. We're at a sticking point. It just hasn't clicked over in a while. And YouTube will bump us out of the algorithm. Oh, no. So help us stay visible to other people. If you care about the channel, like, share, subscribe, join, engage, comment. Go like this. I'll see you next time.